Hello friends, welcome to BTPS. Today we will see how we can send an email using Python and Django. For that, we should have some knowledge of Python and some knowledge of website development. Okay, let's get started. So the software requirement for sending an email is Python, Django and Visual Studio Code and a browser and a Gmail account. So first we need to install Python in our system. So we will go to the site python.org and go to the link in the download section and click it. It will download Python and then double tap the downloaded file. It will install into our system. The next requirement is Django. So if you have installed Python, then we can open a CMD and run the following command to install that into our system. Pip install Django. This will install the Django software into our system. The next requirement is Visual Studio Code. For that we need to go to the site code.visualstudio.com. From there we can download Visual Studio Code. Okay, let's move on to the next step. Next step, to make a Django project. So we will open a CMD and navigate to the directory where we want to make a Django project. So and then there type this command Django admin start project and then after the project name and click enter. And now navigate to the folder Django mail. Now open it in Visual Studio Code. For that we can use code.command and this will open the editor directly into the folder. Okay, now we have the folder open into our editor. Now we need to make a app in our project folder. For that we need to run this command from the CMD again. Okay, now if another folder has been created into our project app1. This is the app in which we will code for the sending mail. Now we need to code for making a HTML page. For that we will make a folder into the root folder templates, and in it we will make a file in which we will make a HTML form. So we will prepare a basic form using in which we will send the data using the post method. So we need to have three things to send it from form to the Django, which are sender, receiver, email. So we need to prepare three fields here. The next one is the subject. And the last thing is the message which we need to send to the mail. And a button to send the message. Now our form has been prepared. Now we need to write the code in our view. So here we will go to the next step, which is add app to the settings file, which is stored in our project folder. Django mail, and here we have settings.py. Now we need to add our app name in the installed app variable like this, and also the folder path to the templates, which is os.path.join. This is the path to the folder which we have made for the templates. Okay, now save all the files, and now make a view. Def what this view will do, this view will return the HTML page, so we need to render it. Okay, now save this, and now we need to make a URL for this view in the URLs file. So here first we need to import views file. Now we need to add the path and the view name and save it. Now we can run our app. So we need to run a command in cmd, which is python manage.py and run server. This command will start a server for our project, and now we can navigate to localhost 8000 in our browser. Okay, so this is the form that we have created, in which we can fill our receiver email, subject and message, but this data will not not go to the Python. So we need to go to view section and now get the sent data here. So here we will do here we are checking the request is coming using the post method, and now from the form we are sending three data types, so we need to here declare three type of variables. The one is receiver mail, which we get from request.post.get receiver mail. Another thing is subject, which we get from request.post.get. The next thing is message, okay. Now we are having all the three required data, so we will now move on to the next step, which is to import these following settings into our settings.py file. So we will copy from here and then paste it to the settings file in the last sec of the settings file. Basically these settings are for sending mail using the Gmail server. Now in this section we are sending the mail to the Gmail server, so we need to add the Gmail server address, port number and our Gmail user ID and password. So here we need to add that, and also the password. Here we have used a module getPass, which will take our password when we will run our server. Okay, so we need to provide the password when we will run our server. Okay, the next we will move on to the next step, which is to make HTML form. This has been done, this is done, and this also done. Now we need to import following two imports in our view file. Okay, here we will import these basically first is for sending the mail and the another is for getting the sender mail address, which is we have included in a settings.py file. Okay, now we can write our code here. Send mail function is used here. The first argument which will pass here is subject, so which we have stored in subject variable. So we can here write variable name subject. The next is message, which we have stored in msg, and the next is from email, which we get from settings.py. So here we write code settings dot and the name of the variable in which we have stored, which is email host user, and paste it there. The next thing is recipient list. So we can, in this scenario we are sending mail to only one receiver, but we can send also to a list of receivers. So here we need to make a list in which we will store our receiver mail, and now add it to the send mail function. Okay, now this has been done, but if our mail has been sent, we need to send a message to the browser. For that we will import a module from Django.http, a class http response. This will send a simple string to the browser. So from there we will return this back, return response. Okay, now our all the coding section has been done, and we have saved all our files. Okay, the another step is to allow less secure apps for our Gmail account. For that we will go to the browser and search for allow less secure apps, and go to this link. Basically the Gmail has blocked all the access from the another apps of other systems, so we need to provide access. So we need to click on this button, and this will update our email settings. Now we can send email using our Python app. So we'll now move on to the CMD where we are running our server. Now we need to type here the password for our Gmail account, which we have mentioned in settings.py file here. Okay, here the password is not showing because we have used a module getPass, which is for taking the passwords. And now the server has been started. We will go to the browser now and refresh this page. Okay, the page has been loaded, and here we will type the receiver's mail, so which is okay. Now we need to fill the form. So here we will type the all the required details. And click on the send message button, and it is showing error crf verification token. So Django apps need to have this token in template file. So in here when we are sending our data using the post method, we need to add this token. So here csrf underscore token must be added before sending any data using the post method. So now we will try once again. And now click on the send message button, and it will take some time. And now we have got the message mail send it, and we can see that in our email account that we have got a mail from the mail which we have mentioned in our settings.py file, and this is the message which we have uh, typed in our message in text box. Okay, thank you, that's done.